Once upon a time, in the year 1797, there was the creation of a very mysterious creature, the Frankenstein monster. It was not a very natural thing. It had been sewn together from scrap body parts by Dr. Frankenstein, whose house we are about to enter. You wonder what he is doing and why. To create a monster? Does that not make Dr. Frankenstein a monster too? It is not natural. I will take a closer inspection. We are hesitant to enter the house. First, we see the doctor, obsessed with creating something that plays with the natural order, as if he were God. Ambition and greed, is that not what guides humans even more so now? And then, he creates life, a natural life. This great technology gave us the opportunity to make something so devilish. Frankenstein!
And so the creation of artificial life has succeeded. He stands there with a mind to think, though certainly not the 8-foot monster as proposed. Frankenstein stumbles out of the house and an unknown danger is brought onto Earth, mingling with mankind. The doctor believed in the good bringing of Frankenstein but cowers in terror as it gets a mind of its own. This leads us to some basic questions. Should we fear the unknown? Because if we don't try, we'll never know, but if we do try, it could be detrimental. Then don't we, as creators, become monsters? Is this not a step too far into the unknown? Disturbing the natural order is not the role of humans.
That brings us to a modern-day Dr. Frankenstein, Ray Kurzweil. Though Kurzweil may not be creating a human from scrap body parts, he is playing with the natural order by promoting and advancing technology to create what humans should not do. So, they are in many ways analogous. Look at his desk here. Like Dr. Frankenstein, Kurzweil is infatuated. Look at all these drugs, just to stay alive so that he has the chance to be immortal, and to bring his father back to life. We look on his wall and see some large-scale diagrams of a nanorobot, the same size as a red blood cell. If this technology was developed, it would surely be a great advancement in technology, but it would bring innumerable disaster to mankind. Frankenstein stands off to the side. We look at him and realize that such technology would bring much more unhappiness than happiness. Not only are we dealing with the unknown, but it's only human nature to make our seemingly best creations the most disastrous. Our advancements in genetics, robotics, and nanotechnology have been great, but should not be used in conjunction with human natural systems. The Human Genome Project and stem cell research are great, but can have negative consequences.
Modernization and advancement has occurred rapidly in the last century. Though we may like our iPods and our little gadgets, some technology we just don't want. It isn't the first time that some of society, at least, has wanted to go back in time, to a less hectic place. After the Industrial Revolution, there was a period of romanticism, where people tried to go back to the good old days. Perhaps a similar time is needed now. Humans have already destructed their habitat in countless ways, and perhaps we aren't going back to the time of the caveman in the hut. Perhaps we can't even decline our iPhones and computers that we love so much, but there can be a period of neutralness, where humans aren't increasingly using up the limited supplies of our surroundings.
In a quick summary, it all started with the Industrial Revolution, where factories were built and urbanization movements started. We were unaware of the environmental costs of having such factories and living conditions at the time. We started to build bigger and faster. Trains, then planes, allowed for greater speed of communication. This was not without costs. Airplane travel is now one of the biggest users of fuel today. Then we discovered the uses of nuclear energy and its costs, from Chernobyl to last year's tsunami in Japan and the radiation scare. Soon we'll be able to fly on our own, and much more. What is really worrying is the use of robotics, in particular the usage of artificial intelligence in conjunction with humans. It is bound to have costs, as every advancement does. It may be crucial to the continuation of the human race, but then again, it could be its destruction. In any event, if they do help our physical survival, do we not lose our soul and our heart? It is only with these that life is meaning.